They say mountains keep memories, locked in stone and ice. For Victoria, this jagged peak held only one.
The city was
a memory
cage
of an ending.
data.
This was not
Every
a hike,
thought
it was a
monitored.
pilgrimage.
To access
A
its
return
root
to the
code was
place that
forbidden.
had taken her other half, her twin sister, Lily. A year had passed, but time on the mountain was different. Up here, in the thin, cold air, the silence was so profound it had its own weight, its own sound. It pressed in on her, a physical manifestation of the emptiness Lily had left behind. Victoria came here seeking closure, an answer, or perhaps just a final goodbye she never had the chance to say.
Her assault.
At first, it was just the wind, a lonely sound weaving through the rock spires. But then, something else. A whisper, thin as ice, brushing against her ear. It was faint, formless, easily dismissed as a trick of the mind. But it sounded like her. It sounded like Lily. A desperate, impossible hope began to bloom in the barren landscape of Victoria's grief.
We have been waiting.
She wasn't just remembering the voice, she was hearing it.
This forest was not alive. It was a consciousness.
And on its bark she saw it.
The whisper returned, stronger this time, coalescing from the endless sigh of the wind. Hiya, Vicky, come find me.
What are you?
It was no longer a trick of the air. It was a call, a beckoning. Hope, sharp and painful, spurred her onward, upward, following the familiar voice toward the treacherous path Lily had climbed. The higher she went, the stranger the mountain became. The afternoon sun cast long, distorted shadows on the rock faces. But the shadows were not still. They stretched and twisted, replaying a ghostly scene, a phantom ascent. She saw a silhouette, so much like her sister's, leaping between ledges with a reckless grace. It was a memory, or something more, playing out in a theater of rock and light. And the voice changed. The gentle, beckoning whisper developed an edge, a chilling impatience.
Why did you hack the implant?
Always so slow, Vicky.
Why did you come here?
Always so careful. The words were
felt an
Lily's.
echo,
The tone
a memory
was
that
not.
wasn't mine.
It was a taunt,
love for a place I'd never
barb
been.
laced with a cruelty that her sister had never possessed. The hope in Victoria's heart began to curdle into a cold, creeping dread. This was not the reunion she had prayed for.
The choice is yours. You can erase me and live your own life, free of my echo.
She reached the ledge, a narrow, windswept precipice where a single foolish misstep had ended her sister's life.
This was more
The whisper
than
stopped.
just seeing
The shadow play ceased.
It was
In the
a
silence,
connection.
a figure began to
And the
form from the
forest
swirling snow
responded.
and mist. It looked like Lily. The same auburn hair, the same adventurous smile, but its eyes were filled with a black, bottomless fury that Victoria knew intimately because it was her own. "You finally made it," the entity said. And the voice was a perfect mimicry of Lily's,
Then
yet
she
laced
saw it.
with years of
A
resentment.
sliver of black.
I was wondering
against the
if you
sky.
had the courage. Victoria stared, horrified. "Lily," the ghost laughed, a sound like grinding stone. "Not Lily. Lily's gone. Lily was the one who dared, the one who climbed, who
My
jumped,
world.
who lived. You were the one who watched, the one who worried, the one who was angry she left you behind." The entity took a step closer, its form flickering.
Her
You
eyes
hated her
snapped
for it,
open,
didn't you?
blazing with
Hated
light.
her for being free.
She was
while
no
you were
longer
trapped
just a
by your own
bioengineer.
caution. I know you did, because I am you. I am the part of you that screamed in fury when she fell. The part of you that has been festering in the dark for a year. I am your rage, Victoria, and I am tired of whispering. I want to live. I want your body. The entity, her own rage wearing her sister's face, lunged.
She didn't
Victoria
smash the
fell
walls.
back,
She
scrambling
dismantled them.
against the cold rock, not from a physical attack, but from the crushing weight of the
Reclaim
truth.
asset.
All the anger she had
If
buried,
resistance,
the jealousy she had
sterilize.
denied, was now a monster trying to consume her. She
Protect.
fought it, not by pushing it away, but by finally, for the first time, embracing it. She stopped recoiling and looked at the furious apparition in the eyes. "Yes," she choked out, tears streaming down her face, freezing in the biting wind. "Yes, I was angry. I was angry you were brave and I was scared. I was angry you left me. I was so angry." As she spoke the words, the entity's furious expression began to soften. As she acknowledged the truth, she took away its power. It was not a monster to be slain, but a wound to be healed. "And I miss you," Victoria whispered, the final, most painful truth of all. The rage-filled doppelganger stopped its advance. The fury in its eyes dissolved, replaced by Lily's true, gentle gaze for a fleeting moment. It gave her a sad, understanding smile, and then dissolved not into nothing, but into a stream of light that flowed back into Victoria's chest. She was left alone on the summit, collapsed in the snow, sobbing. The wind was just the wind again. The shadows were just shadows. She was alone, but for the first time since Lily's death, she was no longer divided. She was whole.